Talk to walls and no name. Stuffed in apples, everything. Every word I meant to say fell apart before that day. I practiced truths inside my head, but silence taught me in a way. You look right through the sound of me like I was never meant to be. Learn how quiet heartbreak is when love pretends it can't hear you. Love forgot my voice. Somewhere between us breaking, I scream without a noise. Watch you walk away unshaking. I said your name and fell unheard, like feelings fading into the woods. Love forgot my voice when it mattered most to us. Left my letters on your door, unopened shoes, nothing more. Every day I tried to breathe, got lost in words you couldn't see. Your silence chose the final word. My heart kept dark and never hurt. I begged in languages of pain, but love erased me just the same. I gave you all the sound I heard. You only heard the parts you had. I forgot my voice. Somewhere between us breaking, I scream without a noise. Watch you walk away unshaken. We said your name and fell unheard, like feelings fading into the. I forgot my voice, but it mattered most. If love could listen now, it'd hear me pleading true. Every tear I swallowed down was me still choosing you. But echoes don't convince the dead, and ours don't miss what they neglect. Forgot my voice, let me talking to the light. I lost my only choice when you stopped the fire. I whisper, please, the world stay still. You can find without it, there's my trust. Love forgot my voice, and I forgot how to love. Silence changed where we once were. Love forgot my voice, but I remember yours. Said goodbye without a sound, just shadows leaving town. Your jacket still hangs by the door, like you might come back once more. I talk to rooms that know your face. Time just circles the same place. Every step you didn't take still shakes me when away. You walked away so easily, left all the noise inside of me. You left me echoing, calling out your name. Every word keeps bouncing back, but nothing feels the same. I shout into the dark just to hear something true. You left me echoing with memories of you. I keep answering the pain, like you're still in my brain. I keep talking to your ghost, like that's the thing I need the most. You left me echoing, calling out your name. Every word keeps bouncing back, but nothing feels the same. I shouted through the dark just to hear something true. The echo with memories of you. If you ever hear this sound, it's my heart breaking down. I was asking you to stay. Just not to this way. You left me echoing in rooms that won't forget. Every earth still haunts the walls, like something we never said. I faded into the noise. You disappeared so pretty. You left me echoing. Are you dead? If silence had a voice, it would sound like me. Still echoing. We stood there with our hands tight, words lined up but lost their light. Your eyes avoided mine at night, like truth was something we'd outrun. I tried to speak, you closed the door. Every pause cut deeper than before. We both knew what we wouldn't say, so we let the quiet have its way. I came with reason, you came numb. By then the damage had begun. Silence won the fight, louder than the truth. Every word we swallowed down pull me further from you. I begged with open eyes, you stared in empty air. Silence won the fight, 'cause we stopped praying. Your phone stayed dark, my heart stayed lit, waiting on a sign that didn't exist. I rehearsed apologies alone for sins I couldn't know. You learned how not to answer me. I learned what goodbye sounds like free. We didn't scream, we didn't cry, we just let the quiet decide. No slam doors, no final sleep, just distance growing in between. Silence won the point, louder than the truth. Every word we swallowed down pulled me further from you. I beg with open eyes, you stare empty air. Silence won the fight, 'cause we stopped caring. If love is war, we lay down arms. Let stillness do its harm. I would've lost with dignity you had fought with me. Silence won the fight, left no scars to see, but every quiet night reminds what it did to me. No goodbye, no life request, just echoes in our wake. the fight of what didn't make it. We never said we were done, but silence says enough. You didn't leave in anger flames. You left like you already changed. No slam doors, no last request. Just distance learning my address. I felt the shift before you spoke. Your eyes rehearsed the final note. You pack your heart and pass away, and then goodbye, learn my name. I can't believe it, we entwined. Well, you were already saying bye. Like I deserve to hurt you, smile like you were fine. I shattered just to say you never had to say is how goodbye, learn my name. You touched my hand like Hercules. Not love, just something you forget. I stayed to feel what wasn't there. You left so light, I barely mattered. Your silence practiced honesty, while I was still innocent, weak. You turned away so unashamed, and then goodbye, learn my name. I fought for things you don't decay. You made your peace on stay. Goodbye, learn my name. Before you said a word, it followed me through every night, like something I deserved. You left without a scene, I broke without a sound. You never had to say it loud. Goodbye to me by now. Your blood was fading, I was blind. Still calling yours, you called it time. You mourned us while we still breathe. I died the moment you were free. Goodbye, learn my name. You whispered it for years in every, almost every why. In all these silent tears, you walked away unchanged. I stayed to take the blame. You never had to say it loud. Goodbye, learn my name. They just remember you. Goodbye, learn my name. traced our future in sheep cloth. Told like time would always wait. Build our plans on borrowed chance. Promises we couldn't say. We swore we'd never turn to strangers. Said our love was built to last. The dreams don't age the way hearts do. I'll stay stuck in the past. Oh, we can't believe that yesterday could still survive this. We lived outdated dreams, hand-me-down hopes and maybes. Held our way too long, the things that couldn't save me. The world kept moving on. We stayed in between, trying to breathe life back into. We loved our dated dreams. Your smile faded in the heavens. My blood out to pretend. We memorized each other's faces. Forgot how to begin. Every fight felt happier, like we knew how it was end. Still we play the same old record, hoping love would be. We confused comfort with belief, but fear was loyalty. We loved outdated dreams, hand-me-down hopes and maybe. Held our way too long, the things that couldn't save me. The world kept moving on. We stayed in between, trying to breathe life back into. We loved our dated dreams. We may later, maybe then. We want the same things again. But time is just a quiet thief that's still without apology. We loved our daydreams like they still know our name. Painted over all the cracks, said nothing had changed. Now I'm back on what we were, so I can finally live. I'm learning how to wake up from. We loved our dated dreams. Some dreams don't die, just start fading. Called your name into the dark, didn't expect to spark. Silence bent like it knew me, like it carried your heart. Your chest still facing mine, like you're running late. Every question I ask tonight comes back sounding like your name. You never say a thing, somehow I'm still here. Your absence still lasts everywhere I reach for what you used to be and feel the aftermath. You don't pick up the phone, but I know what you would say. Your absence still answers in the foolish way. I read between the empty lines of texts you never sent. memorize your quiet truths better than when we were friends. You taught the room your shape, left echoes in the air. I keep waiting for a sign, like you're still there. You don't need words anymore. Silence tells me your absence still has everywhere I ask. I reach for what you used to be and feel the aftermath. You don't pick up the phone, but I know what you would say. Your absence still answers in a coolest way. If love was still alive, you would've fought to stay. 'Cause even ghosts get tired of being begged to say your absence still answers questions I outgrew. I stopped pretending there's a chance you'll ever come back through. I'm learning how to listen to the truth I hate. Your absence still answers. That's enough to take. Some goodbyes keep talking long after you're gone. I unpacked this where you left off. Same old night, same soft loss. You said cold, but still warm. Like loving you was still the norm. I kept your name in every breath. You kept moving another there. You said you needed space to breathe. I stayed right where you left me. I waited in the aftershock. You never even looked back once. My heart stayed, you didn't. That's the truth I live inside. I held on to what we were. You learned how to say goodbye. I fought for every memory. You chose a different life. My heart stayed, you didn't. And that's how we died. I saw like you were coming home. You saw like you'd already gone. I made excuses for your silence. Called it time, called it patience. You begged the future out of us, left me with the dust. I loved you past the warning signs. You left right on top. I kept believing in us. You believed in moving on. My heart stayed, you did it. That's the truth I live inside. I held on to what we were. You learned how to say goodbye. I fought for every memory. You chose a different life. My heart stayed, you did it. And that's how we died. If love's a place we meet halfway, You never took another step, but I stayed behind to guard the dream and left you to forgive. My heart stayed, you didn't. I finally say it out loud. I don't blame you for leaving, I blame me for holding out. I'm letting go what you left, so I can learn to survive. My heart stay, you didn't, but now I'm walking away. Some hearts don't, they just learn to let go. Daylight lets me lie a little. I smile, say I'm fine, but at night it pulls every truth out, one memory at a time. Your name gets louder after dark. My phone stays just as still. I replay, it's like it might change, but I know it never will. I hold it together all day long. The midnight proves me wrong. Nights keep breaking me in ways I can't explain. Strong until the lights go out, then I fall apart again. I swear I'm almost free, then the silence speaks. Days pretend I'm healing. Nights keep breaking me. The side of the bed still waits like it believes your lies. I count the cracks in the ceiling, learn how time survives. I drink my thoughts to quiet down, still hear you in my head. Every what if post the dark, every word we never said. The world sleeps through my pain. I stay awake, but your nights keep breaking me. Ways I can't explain. I'm strong until the lights go out, then I fall apart again. I swear I'm almost free, then the silence speaks. Days pretend I'm healing. Nights keep breaking. Feel it at a curfew, I never let it in. Grief don't check the clock, it just comes crashing in. Thoughts keep breaking me, but I'm still breathing here. Every tear I hide by day finds me when it's clear. I'll learn to sleep again someday, maybe. Till then I'm holding on, while nights keep breaking me. Morning never sees what midnight turns to. Started sentences we never closed, left the truth in between our throats. Every promise I've written down faded before it made a sound. We talked in past, not in truth. Said someday like it was proof, but time kept asking us to choose, and we kept choosing not to. I waited for you to explain. I waited for the feeling to change. Promises died unfinished here, in the space we wouldn't cross. Every forever disappeared, quietly learning how to stop. No goodbye, no understand, just love that slowly disappeared. Promises died unfinished here. Your hands slipped down on mine too soon, like it already knew. You stopped saying what you meant. I kept pretending it wasn't love. We patched the cracks with open locks, called it fate, called it time. But even love gets tired of living on the edge of life. But we stone for perfect, I believe. Called it love, but it was greed. Promises died unfinished here, in the silence we chose to keep. Every plan we held so near went to sleep and wouldn't speak. No slam doors, no final tears, just truth we couldn't face. Promises died unfinished here, in time erased the place. Fun to see it coming time, maybe we'd have survived. But we let the old pain and love never got the end. Promises died unfinished here, but I'm done filling in the lines. I won't carry what you left like it was ever only mine. I'll let the pages say it's on and clear. No more pretending they still live. Promises died unfinished here, so I can finally forgive. Some endings don't break loudly, they just stop being written. Waited in the spaces you left, held your close till my breath. Every text, every cause, every send, right like it was mine. Counting days I could pray, hoping you would come back somewhere. But the clock kept stealing time, and I stayed behind that line. I believed you way too long, even when it was already born. I waited past it, past the love we know, past the bridges we burned, past the words untrue I stated yesterday. Why you already moved on? I waited past us, and I'm left alone. whispers her name into the dark, hoping it might spark. Every memory became a chain, dragging me through the pain. Our love beyond what we could give, stayed in a dream we used to live. Don't in your eyes a tear, come to the love that disappeared. I held on when I should have gone. I stayed too long, stayed too old. I waited past us, past the love we grew, past the bridges we burned, past the words untrue. I stayed here yesterday while you already moved on. I waited past us, and I left letting go was burning and breathed up and gasping endlessly. I love you past the end of night when the story wasn't mine. I waited past us, the echoes of your name, past the hope it never came, past the part where we could stay. I stayed yesterday, you walked me toward the sun. I waited past us and finally I'm undone. Some hearts don't know when to leave. I stay constant and learn to live. It'll whisper softly in my chest, a fire burning in unrest. We laugh, we touch, we nearly knew how a heart could break in two. You said the words I wanted most, but left before we could toast. Every promise felt like love spoke, then left. I reached for what I thought was home, but it vanished with the stars. Love spoke, then left me holding empty hand, a taste of forever slipping like grains of sand. I called your name, but no one answered yet. Love spoke, then left, and I'm still learning to forget. The room still hums with what you said. The echoes live inside my head. I try to hold the fleeting glow, but love's not ours to slow. You lit the fire and walked away, left the warmth for me to stay. I clung to shadows of your breath and learned how to live with it. I hope the silence would explain, but only memories remain. Love spoke, then left me holding empty hands. The taste of forever slipping like grains of sand. I called your name, but no one answered. Yeah. Love spoke, then left, and I'm still learning to forget. If love's a word we can't define, and I remember yours is mine, even if it plays to dust, even if it's just mistrust. Love spoke and left me with a ghost inside. A heartbeat I can't hold, a tie I cannot ride. I trace your name on walls I can't forget. Love spoke and left, and I'm still learning to forgive. Some stories only speak once, and then they peak. I walk through rooms, knew your name, walls still echo our old games. Every corner holds a trace of a love that time can erase. I try to laugh, I try to hide, but the night won't let me lie. Every shadow calls your tone, telling me I'm not alone. Even when the heart forgets, he has remembered every step. Tears know where home is. Even when I can't see, they fall where love used to live. In the spaces between you and me, I cry, and the walls reply in whispers soft as cool. No matter where I go, she's nowhere home. I leave my keys on your old address, but you're not leaving. Here's a test. Every heartbeat, every sign carries a memory of why the city hums, but I stand still, haunted by the love I feel. The search for warmth in empty sky, but only find your eyes. Even when the heart forgets, the tears remember the rest. Tears know where home is. Even when I can't sleep, they fall where love used to live. In the spaces between you and me, I cry, and the walls reply in whispers soft as cool. No matter where I go, tears know where home is. If bleeding is learning to survive, then tears are the light that keeps me alive. They follow the rules that don't align, back to the love I lost that night. Tears know where home is. Even when the heart is gone, they guide me through the silence to where I still belong. I cry and the walls reply, soft as a fragile pole. No matter how far I roam, tears know felt your friends slip through the night. Your eyes rehearsed a different fight. We were talking in incomplete lines. You walked away before the signs. I stayed with words were never said. Memories crawling in my head. Every heartbeat begged you to stay, but you were already walking away. How do you leave and love this heat? How do you vanish yet still appear? You let me feel it. Half a story left untold. I reached for everything, but you were already cold. I cried between the words. I felt what you wouldn't say. You loved me feeling and took the line away. Quiet pause, a half smile, then hit the cause. I tried to hold the fading glow, but you had to let it go. I replayed a moment endlessly, learning what goodbye can be. Love that started falling clear, died halfway through the atmosphere. I stayed to make sense of the sound, but all you're leaving let me drown. You let me feel it. Half a story left untold. I reached for everything, but you were already cold. I cried between the words. I felt what you wouldn't say. You left me feeling. It's a blind wave. Love to speak and tell me why. A silence only answers, only sides. I keep the pieces that remain, even though they you're in a pain. You have me feel the world felt smaller than I held the space you then had open. Somehow it could bend. I cried between the words. I felt what you wouldn't say. You lost me feeling, and I'm learning to stay. And some hearts don't finish, they just vanish halfway. You said the words I wanted to hear, but they didn't land, they weren't sincere. Every promise like a stone thrown at a heart that's already alone. I listened hard, tried to believe, but your voice carried nothing to me. Every sentence, every line felt heavier than the love behind. I weighed your silence against your sound, felt the space where truth wasn't found. Empty words felt heavy, crushing what I tried to keep. I held on to nothing while you spoke through me. Every I love you felt flat like stone. Empty words felt heavy, and I carried them alone. Trace the meaning that wasn't there, hoping the weight would disappear. But every echo, every claim left me tangled in the blame. I wanted fire, I got smoke. Your apologies broke, never spoke. I thought your heart was in your hands, but it slipped away like drifting sands. I measured love in what you said, but nothing filled the spaces down. Empty words felt heavy, crushing what I tried to keep. I held on to nothing while you spoke through me. Every I love you felt flat like stone. Empty words felt heavy, and I carried on the love. Love is truth, and we were lost, trading one for shallow cause. I finally learned the way of life. Even the sweetest sound can't escape. Empty words felt harder, and I'm laying them down. I learned to be silent without it dragging me down. Every forever that wasn't real, I'll leave where it belongs. Empty words felt heavy, but now I'm moving on. Some voices break hearts, even when they don't mean to. Oh no, I thought love was soft and kind. Never knew it left me blind. You came like sunlight in my own, and left me swallowed by the gloom. Every life we share feels thin. Every touch a memory of when I thought your love would always stay. Now I feel it slip away. Our reaction is like a wave, and then your love can't hesitate. I burn to wait in the spaces you forgot. Every beat of my heart, of everything I saw, I cried in silence. When you should have been far lines you make, and I learned what love can win. I trade stories you didn't say. They haunt me quietly every day. I reach for comfort, but it's gone. The echo of us lingers on. I've tried to mend what couldn't heal, pretending I could forget what's real. But grief has its own pace, and it's left a hollow place. I counted tears as lessons torn. Yeah, you cried over love forgot. I'd learned to wake in the spaces you forgot. Every beat a reminder of everything I sought. I cried in silence where you should have been. Oh, I learned to wake and I love you, baby. Killing me's remembering that I will ache endlessly. Every scar will never you. Every loss and truth I some hearts are made to forget. They only love hearts are made to forget. They only find to didn't need to say goodbye. Your eyes already told the lie. The empty room was still night air, held the way you left me there. I listened hard for what you say, but only silence found its way. Can move between us like a stream and drown the echo of our dream. I reach for answers you navigated. Felt the space where love misbehaved. Silence carried your choice like a ghost across the room. Every heartbeat knew your voice. Even in the quiet gloom, I waited for a sign, but nothing came to me. Silence carried your truth and set my heart free. I traced the memory of your hand, felt it slip like grains of sand. Words I hoped you'd ever say were swept away yesterday. I try to hold the fleeting sound, but only stillness lingered around. You're leaving heaven, no final fight, just a quiet taking fire. Pop back the night for clarity, but silence answers silently. Silence carries your choice like a ghost across the room. Every heartbeat knew your voice, even in the quiet gloom. I waited for a sign, but nothing came to me. Silence carries your choice, and yeah, my heart breathes. If love is measured by what we give, then your silence taught me how to live. Sometimes leaving leaves no trace, but teaches courage in its place. Silence carried your choice, and I learned to stand alone. The echo of you lingers still, but now I walk my own. No word, no fight, no sound, just the truth I couldn't voice. Silence carried your choice, and I finally had my choice. Some goodbyes are quiet, but they speak louder. We spoke in whispers no one heard, built our world from fragile words. I tried to hold but slipped away, but love just left and couldn't stay. I called your name to the night, but there was nothing to hold on tight. No echo came, no shadow remained, just silence where your heart once claimed. I reached your side to work with it, felt the absence fill the air. Love ended without echo, no trace to follow, no whispered truth, no soft goodbye, just empty rooms alone. I waited for a sign, but none would ever grow. Love ended without echo, and left me here below. I traced the path we never walked, counted all the words we never told. The future faded like morning mist, The love is so close, yet it doesn't exist. I held on to a ghost of you, clinging to what I thought was true, but even who can't make a sound when love is falling to the ground. I listen to the quietest thing and learn what loss can bring. Love ended without echo, no trace to follow. No whispered truth, no soft goodbye. Just empty rooms alone. I waited for a sign, but none would ever grow. Love ended without echo. You left me here below. So many things leave no footprints, no echoes to remind. Only the heart remains, but silence cannot find. Love ended without echo, and still I walk the space where your shadow used to linger, where I once saw your face. No answer comes, no call, only the quiet shows. Love ended without echo, and that's all I know. Again, some love never speaks again. We turned away, hoping you notice, hoping you stay. Every laugh, every glance, every try, feel between the cracks of your skirt. Off with all I had to give, how my heart with you could live, but your eyes never found mine. Darling, did pass the line. How long the weight of being last? Once enough flying past, I stayed on shores of no place. The shadow of the sun. Every step I took towards you ended where you begun. I gave my all, it wasn't enough. In the haze, but stayed unchosen always, and counted all eyes. I smiled while you looked away, pretended I didn't feel this way. Of a heart that wanted more, but never crossed your door. I waited for a sign and name, but you never played the game. So I stayed quiet and stayed lost in the spaces in between. Every hope I tried to wear fell apart in the air. I stayed on losing always, a shadow in your sun. Every step I took towards hearts learn to shine. I stayed unchosen. Hearts burn to shine. Some hearts sweet in the dark. Some hearts learn to shine. Still unchosen. Night folds around me like a sight. Shadows trace the places you used to light. Every corner hums your name, even when nothing looks the same. I count the stars like they know where your absence chose to go. The moon keep secrets I can't see of the love they used to be. I try to sleep, I try to hide, but the darkness knows what on tonight. And I remember was gone. Every laugh, every tear, they play the songs we left behind. Whispers only I can hear. I reach for a call, but it lingers all night long. Let's remember what's gone, and I'm learning to move on. I walk the rooms where close stay. Furniture remembers your hands in vain. I speak your name and through the air it vanishes, but I still care. Time try to take the pain away, but nights replay what words can say. Even when the world is right, the dark reminds me of the night. I hold my chance, I hold my breath, and nights replay what nights remember what's gone. Every laugh, every tear, they play the songs we left behind. Whispers only I can hear. I reach for a call, but it lingers all night long. Let's remember what's gone, and I'm learning to move on. If the past has a voice, speaks when I'm alone, can't escape the choice. It left me on my own. Nights remember what's gone, but I'll keep walking through, even when the stars recall every piece I lost with you. I carry what remains and let the rest move on. Let's remember what's gone, but I'm learning to be strong. Some nights hold forever, see how we will go. Didn't need to speak a word. The silence screamed everything unheard. The space between us grew so wide. Goodbye settled there, we couldn't hurt. Your eyes traced lines I couldn't cross. I reached for you but found the loss. Every step we didn't take built the walls we couldn't break. Try to fight what we both know, but the distance made it true. Could be sad between us, shadow we couldn't move. Every breath felt heavier, every glance had something to prove. I wanted one last moment, one last chance to say goodbye. I sat between us, and they stayed anyway. held our heads like we were fine, pretended nothing crossed the line. But every word we didn't say made a quiet stay. I wanted more, but feel the pain. You held your peace, I held my shame. Then in that space, showed for us clear, but I had already come near. We danced around the final scene, afraid at times what might have been. Except between us, the shadow we couldn't move. Every breath felt heavy, every glance had something to prove. I wanted one last moment, one last chance to say goodbye. Sat between us, and it stayed anyway. Some bandits gon' come with a fight, teachers to linger in the night. I stayed too long, you stayed away. And goodbye, learn to stay. Goodbye, sat between us, walking this maze with us. Every heartache, every pause, counting more than it cost. I wanted to cross the dinner skies, my feet on one another day. Goodbye sat between us, and it stayed anyway. Never leave your lips, face your shit between trace the letters on my skin, every curve recalls where we've been. Your voice still lingers on my face, like the words we left unsaid. I thought the scar fade with time, but your memory keeps crossing the line. Every whisper, every stream carries the echo of your heartbeat. I try to sleep, I try to breathe, but your name still finds me beneath. Your name still bleeds through the quiet, through the night. Every shadow knows it, every tear remembers the fight. I call it softly, hoping it will cease, but your name still bleeds, and it won't let me be. Hide from mirror, hide from dream, but your absence shouts and silence scream. The world moves on, but I remain, carrying the imprint of your pain. I reach for closure, I can't find. Your name is inked across my mind. Every step I take, every breath I take, it follows me, won't let me escape. Her with your absence like a chain. Every moment whispers your name still breathes through the quiet, through the night. Every shadow knows it, every tear numbers the fight. I call it softly, hoping it will soothe, but your name still bleeds, and it won't let me be. If forgetting is the only cure, then my heart isn't ready, that's for sure. Some love leaves marks that don't fade, some names stay where they were made. Your name still bleeds in every corner of my soul. Every heartbeat, every silence reminds me of what I lost. Oh, I whisper it to the dark, and the night answers back. Your name still bleeds, and it's never coming back. Some names don't die, they only haunt. You live like a thief in the night, no sound, no sign of fire. I search for traces in everyone, but love, it vanished too soon. I whisper your name into the air, hoping someone, anyone would turn, but only silence held the space where you once lived in this place. I wanted proof that we existed, but the world just stayed unseen. Love left no victims, no one saw the fall, no hands to hold, no eyes to cry, no one heard the call. I'm left with the echoes of a heart you dismissed. Love left no feelings, and I can't resist. I replay the moments line by line, every forever that didn't shine. I counted the hours you weren't there, felt the weight of empty air. The world moved on like you didn't care, while I carried the ache you left bare. Even the night I refused to cry for love that said goodbye. No one witnessed the slow decay, only I felt it slip away. Love left no witness, no one saw the fall, no hands to hold, no eyes to cry, no one heard the call. I'm left with the echoes of a heart you dismissed. Love left no witness, and I can't resist. Oh, if even leaves a mark unseen, then I'll bury where you've been. Every shadow knows your face, every silence holds your place. Father left no witness, but I remember still. every touch, every laugh, every tear, every unspoken thrill. I'll carry what was ours, though a mistake. Love left no witness, but I can't forget it. Oh, some love disappears, but the heart always knows.